here and take my kids. I can't take care of them.
Then...
I don't even know if he knows if he's either straight or gay.
Okay. He gonna want to be combative. No, because I've been on more flights than you, and I know how it is.
Hey, what's up? You want to fight?
Tell it.
My face don't bye.
Plus, lie detector determined that was a lie.
Are you serious right now?
Did you listen to the advice that I gave you? That's right now. Welcome. There's nothing more comforting than a mother's unconditional love, right? Yeah. But what if your mother put self-serving conditions on your love? Yeah. Could you forgive her? No. My next guest, Jeremiah, says that his mother's demands have gotten so bad that she's refused to see him on Thanksgiving unless he bought her marijuana and cocaine to their holiday dinner. Jeremiah wants his mother to stop using him and start being the mom that he deserves. Please welcome Jeremiah. Jeremiah, how are you?
How you doing today,
Sounds like you have some fun dinners at your house.
Holidays.
So, seriously, your mom really wants you to bring drugs to Thanksgiving dinners?
She does, Robert. It wasn't, I remember Thanksgiving, the first thing, I contacted her to let her know I was on my way. Hello, how are you doing today, Lois? Are you bringing weed? It wasn't no hi, it wasn't no where you at, are you stuck in traffic, are you okay? What are you bringing to dinner? It wasn't, we're having this for dinner, it was, are you bringing weed? And
cocaine.
And cocaine. And as soon as I let her know, like, no, I don't have none of that, she hung up. And
she didn't say, don't come to dinner or anything like that?
No, wasn't no, all right, bye, or okay, that's fine, still come over. It was a, all right, I don't want to.
Is this a regular occurrence at holiday gatherings?
This is
Christmas and...
This is Christmas,
4th of July.
Thanksgiving, this is her birthday, my sister's kid's birthday. It's just, anytime I see her, if it's not what she needs, if it's not benefiting her, Robert, it's not important to her.
So why don't you call her mom?
She hasn't earned that respect, Robert. Like,
Wow. So, when you say she hasn't earned that respect, what do you mean by that?
I call her Lois because she's more of an acquaintance to me than a mother. She missed birthdays, she missed holidays. She didn't see me go to prom. She didn't see me through my first breakup. She didn't see me go off to college. I'm the youngest in the family, and I was the first one to go to college, yet I still get no acknowledgement for that.
Was she always doing drugs?
She was, but...
As long as you can remember?
As long as I remember, because that just brings me back to the foster home part, because I understand things happen, and I see it day to day, and people do get sent to foster homes, but finding out that she was the one that said, come and get them so that she can do the drugs.
How many foster homes were you in?
I was in 4 or 5 foster homes, Robert. I've been in, I'm not going to sit here and say that all of them were the worst, but they weren't good.
What is your relationship with your mother?
Now, recently, it's the same thing. When I did have a traveling job, I am staying with my sister when she was staying with my sister, but I would come home from the traveling job, notice my shoes are missing, and find out Lois sold them for drugs.
Not true.
Wow. Wow.
Like
so birthdays and Christmas, no presents, no messages, no...
No, it ain't no message, Robert. It's no car. It's no give me a hug, let me know, like, I can't get I love. It's a day for her.
I do want to bring out Lois, coming out here, please.
It's not true. That's not true. I never gave you up. The family told me if I could not get into treatment or want to get into treatment, they were going to call and have you removed. I was addicted to drugs. Was I supposed to drag you from spot to spot with sexual predators and the people who I was hanging with? Robert, what was I supposed to do?
So let me ask you this question. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
not true.
Okay. So did you ever want to give him up for adoption?
When I found out I was pregnant with Jeremiah,
okay,
I had two girls who were older. I had a baby still in diapers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to give him up for adoption?
Yes.
So let me ask you this question.
I couldn't take care of them.
Okay. So when was the last time you did drugs?
I haven't done hard drugs in years. And
You just asked me for $20 for drugs, man.
No, I didn't. I don't have to ask him for money for drugs.
And
I used to ask him.
When did she ask you for money?
When did I ask you?
A month ago, Robert. Like,
No.
I just came to your house.
Robert.
I just came to your house, man. I mean, you just see me with the wad of money. I gave you the $20. You see me with the wad of money.
I didn't ask him for money for drugs. I didn't ask him for money for drugs. And as far as selling his shoes and stuff, it was not a clean environment.
That's the thing. No,
it was everybody was in the house.
We can sit here and talk about that, but as far as recently, Lois,
when did you start doing drugs? I don't care about that right now. When did you start doing drugs?
When did I start doing drugs?
Hard drugs.
Hard drugs? Way before he was born. My oldest daughter, she was born in '84. I was clean. I got a job, Robert. I was making more money than I ever made in my life. I worked at an operations center for a financial institution. Okay, first I was going out, we were getting sweets on the weekend. I had one child, a little girl. I got into hard drugs, cocaine. Okay, I hid that because I had the money to hide it. And then boom, I become pregnant with my second child. I didn't use until after she was 2 years old. I didn't have my boys. My boys are my last children. I was doing drugs in between them. The family didn't know.
So what drove you to drugs?
Curiosity got me, and the first time I used, I didn't even, comprehend. And it seemed like I kept going back until it did hit me. And it hit me so hard. Within 2 weeks of using, I had insurance, and I did go to a $35,000 a month treatment center.
So you went through all that. You had more children.
Right.
Looking at Jeremiah right now, who is 25 years old, you don't have a relationship with him. Do you have a relationship with your other kids?
She does.
Yes, I do.
She has a relationship with all the kids.
So what is different? What is the difference between your relationship and their relationship? Do they not care about the mom?
Like, what about me? Like, I'm the youngest kid. Like you said, you sit here and tell the story, and you sit here and explain it, and when you did have my sisters, then stop making babies. You still bring us in the world. You can't forget about me. I can't have you sit here and forget about me. I can't have you do that. I can't have you do that. Flat out. I
can't change the past either.
It doesn't matter about the past. It doesn't matter about the past.
It does matter with the past, or we would not be here on this show.
It doesn't matter about the past.
Because evidently, we don't have that relationship.
Lois.
I get disrespected. No matter what I do, I get disrespected.
And
he doesn't show up if I'm planning the family things, if I am planning the family things, he doesn't show up. He's going to his girlfriend.
If I am
But let me ask you this. Sorry to interrupt you. So so is the question, if you're asking him for money for drugs as a condition of him showing up, why
he uses my guilt and what I did in the past when he wants something. So it's a give and take users. Boo nothing. When I'm working and I'm making good money,
but he was a child then, right? He was a child.
No, I'm talking now an adult. An adult.
And that's what it is, right?
That's right. It's my son, so I owe him everything.
You owe me.
There's nothing I can do to change the past. I owe him everything.
You owe me.
I owe him respect.
You owe me how to teach respect. You sit here and say I don't got respect. How can I learn that when I didn't have a mother to teach me respect?
You did have a mother.
Coming up.
I'm sorry.
You have changed your life.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah.
Look at her and tell her what you want from her.
I need you to be my mom.
I need you not to get my children and make my family have to take sides because
I didn't bring you in the world, Lois.
Right. You brought me. So I owe him everything.
You owe me.
There's nothing I can do to change the past. I owe him everything.
You owe me.
I owe him respect.
You owe me how to teach respect. You sit here and say I don't got respect. How can I learn that when I didn't have a mother to teach me respect?
You did have a mother. How can I learn that? You did have a mother. You had a mother. You had somebody who cared about you.
You sit here and talk about, I made my mistakes.
I don't even call you. Because I'm not going to break
you gave us up. I had to be in foster home. I got beat every day. Right. It was just me and my brother.
Have I told you I'm sorry?
No.
What am I supposed to do? Yes, I have. Ask anybody else. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to go back in time?
No.
What am I supposed to do?
We're supposed to take the present and build from that. I'm not sitting here telling you. I'm not sitting here telling you to change the past, Lois.
Why are you saying?
I'm not sitting here telling you to change the past.
Why are you saying you can't do that from now forward?
because of the disrespect I feel, and because if I'm going to my meetings, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to, I can't deal with it. And I'm sorry if I can't. I'm not strong enough. Whoa,
but let's face the real world. You want to live in the real world. Being 100%,
this is my first year, Robert, of paying bills like a normal person. People out there have mortgages, car payment. It took me this long.
Yeah.
I owe nobody. But you know what? I can't.
But you're a very angry person.
Yes, I'm angry.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry. I'm guilty.
Why are you angry?
I'm shameful.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm in a penitentiary. I haven't been there for him. I don't communicate with Jeremiah.
Okay.
And because it's a vicious circle.
Robert, I feel like
it's a vicious circle.
Okay.
He throws the guilt on me. I feel bad about the guilt. I get to thinking stupid, and next thing I know, I'm out using. It's just a vicious cycle. Robert, what am I supposed?
So what have you done? What have you done? Not about the past, because we can't go back, right?
Right.
Have you apologized to him for
many times?
Okay. So if you can't forgive that from the past, is that I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Is that an issue for you? Can you forgive from the past? Not moving forward. I'm talking about the past now.
It'd be totally different, Robert, if the past was what it was and we were trying to amend that and the future was better. But the present is
What do you want from your mom? What do you want from your mom now?
I want Lois to be my mom and not Lois.
Robert, ask him.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'll come to you in a minute. What does that mean? I want Lois to be my mom. What do you want from her?
She keeps doing the same things, Robert.
Look at her and tell her what you want from her.
You gotta. I need you to be my mom. I need you. I need to know.
And I need you not to get my children make my family have to take sides, because
I didn't bring you in the world, Lois.
Right.
You brought me in the world.
And this is what I get. This is what I get. And on Thanksgiving, we're around, right? And now a rap song will come on. Let me show you about disrespect. Hey, y'all, ain't that how mom was? Mom was out, you crackhead fiend mom. Ain't that how mom? So now my kids are like, take your choice. You want me to sit around that? You think I'm gonna show up Thanksgiving knowing this is what I'm gonna get? Not when I'm paying. You know what? You know what, Robert?
But you are just finding your life now, right? At 53.
And you know what, Robert? Yeah, because all thirds of things are good with me. But you know what? I know that I got to make amends to other people, that even though I'm good now and I'm doing what I'm supposed to, there's still I did.
But you're playing the victim in this conversation.
Victim. I just can't even deal with the confrontation.
You have progressed and you've paid bills and you're doing what you're doing, right?
You're doing what an adult needs to do.
That's for the first time in my life. It took me till I was 53.
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding of what you've been through and what you've been through, and the screaming and shouting in anger. And you have a right to be angry. You have a right to be angry at yourself, not at him.
I'm angry at myself.
And shamed. I get all that, and you should be, but you've dragged yourself up, right? I think you have to understand. Step back for a second, right? Just step back for a second. Think of all those things and all those hard times you went through when you're shooting up and doing all these things, right? And then think about the kids in foster home, just for a second, right?
Why?
What it must. Why? Because
if I think about that without a therapist, without support, I'm guilty.
Okay, I'm not asking. I know. I'm not. Please don't. I'm not blaming you, right? I'm not blaming you.
I'm sorry.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
You have changed your life.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah.
It's overwhelming.
Yes,
right? I get it.
We're either gonna get physical, or I'm gonna just on chuck it.
Right.
Or what?
And I totally understand that.
I'm sorry.
That's one thing.
But you have to understand this.
That's one thing.
Look at me. As much as you're hurting right now, and I know you are, we can't go back and say 20 years that, you know what, because it's not going to work. You're going to be an old, angry man if, A, we don't get you help, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but also that you kind of got to step back and look at your mum's progression as much as she's got to look at yours. And what about, she knows she's been a bad parent. I mean, she knows that. You don't need to tell her that. And your anger, and you have a right to be angry, but it has to stop anger at some point, because it can't continue. Otherwise, you're going to eat yourself up, and your relationships that you have are going to go down the tube.
When we come back, There you are in that foster home. What is it you needed from Mom?
I just needed a hug. Let me know that my mom loved me. Right? That's all.
It takes a woman to say, here, take my kids. I can't take care of them.
Coming. But it has to stop anger at some point because it can't continue. Otherwise, you're going to eat yourself up and your relationships that you have are going to go down the tube because you're going to be angry and angry and angry. And just think, if you have kids, how that anger is going to transfer to them.
And I already see that, Robert. My relationships, I can't even have relationships. Listen, you talked about help, right? And I believe you both need help, not just one.
Yeah.
What you're missing is she's not all there herself yet. She's got to figure out her. I brought in psychotherapist Sherry Gabert to help me, dear friend of the show. Welcome, Sherry. Come on up, yeah, come on up. This is very emotional, obviously.
Hi, Jeremiah. Hi, Lois. First of all...
Can you want to turn around so they can...
First of all, I just want to say that Mom she didn't wake up one day and say, I want to lose my kids. I want to put my son in foster care. I want to ask my kids for weed or for cocaine. She's got a disease, and that's what people do when they have a disease. That's how they act. On the other hand, I really am feeling, Jeremiah, what you're needing to move on, because I know you want to have a healthy relationship, is I think you just are needing Mom's validation. And I think she's trying to give that to you. Are you hearing that from her?
I'm hearing it, and it's just a cycle. I'm tired of the cycle.
You're tired of you're tired of I'm sorry?
Yeah, it'd be like I'm sorry, and then.
Okay, okay. So let's try a little exercise, okay?
That's true.
Can you stand up? Can you stand up? I want you to tell Mom from that little boy point of view what it is you were needing from that little boy perspective. Go ahead and look at Mom. Say, Mom, what?
I just needed a hug. Let me know that my mom loved me, right? That's all I need.
You want a hug? Okay. And Mom, I want you to look at Jeremiah and say, what is it that you would say as that young mother?
I wanted to come and get you, but I didn't want you to live that dark side. Where was I going to take you to this to raise you?
It doesn't matter. You're my mom.
Yeah, what a matter, Jeremiah. It takes a woman to say, here, take my kids. I can't take care of them.
I want you to really hear her. She thought she was doing the right thing.
I did think that was better off for you. I was in a grips of addiction. What was I going to do?
Would you have wanted to give him that hug?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that now?
I love you, Maya. I do. I just can't take the distance back. I can't. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. But to hold you and tell you I'm sorry, but I can't.
All right, I want you to talk from your future self. How do you see this relationship with him? What would you say to him 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 10 years from now?
I'm proud of you for trying to get help with our relationship. I'm sorry about the past, and I'm proud of you as the man you've become. But
okay, 5 years from now, 10 years, you've moved on, you've found a great relationship, maybe you have a family of your own, Mom is clean and sober. What would you like to say to Mom?
Come over for dinner. Like, hang out with your son and see your grandkids. Like, I need
Okay, tell her.
I need that.
That hug you just had there, he's probably waited that for about 27 years. Right? And so have you, believe it or not. Right? And I think that's the starting process of healing. And I just saw a glimpse of it. And my heart was warmed because you hugged each other and I actually had a moment that was real instead of anger.
There was a connection, you see.
Did you feel that?
A deep connection. In other words, what he missed out on was that connection, and what he's needing is that connection.
So we have to find the first step. And what is that first step?
Well, the first step is acceptance. Acceptance on both sides. Acceptance you have a disease, and acceptance that you're powerless over what Mom does. You can only control what you can, and start there.
You said something really important. Thank you. You said something really important that I picked up on. Sit down. Sit down. You want to sit there?
Oh, sure.
You said something that really, that I picked up on. You said to me, when Sherry asked you about 5 years from now, you said you're very proud of him, the man he's become. Has anybody ever told you that they're proud of you? Right? So these little things that seem like little things are ginormous things. Because we all want to be loved, yes, but we also want to feel self-worth. And so does your mum, because she's had a rough time too. And I'm not condoning anything that she's done, right? But what I am saying is sometimes she needs, hey, I'm proud of you for paying your bills for 3 days, or 3 weeks, or 3 months, or 3 years. I'm proud of you doing what you're doing. And sometimes you grabbing a hand and saying, no, Mum, you're not doing that, is what it takes, right? It starts today, and if you're willing to do that, we'll get you referrals to help you both so you can grow together, giving your mum space enough to go through what she needs to go through, and giving you space so you understand what she's going through, and vice versa.
And more importantly, to understand that you're not alone, that there are many people just like you that grew up with addict parents. And when you get support from other people and they relate to you, it is unbelievable what that feels like to know that you're going this with other people. I promise you that whatever she's feeling, that shame, is huge. She may not always say it to you. Trust me, she feels it.
Sherry, will you take some time after the show to stand? I want you to both to stand up, because there's a lot of catching up to do. I want you to give each other a hug again.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I think that... Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At first, to be on because it'd be a 10, and I get blamed. Was told I thought I was very glad. Okay.
After today, I actually think I was somebody more accepting.
Right and start to hurt. So that
Basket, the whole female off of, so forgive her.
and I'm all right for.
When we return, okay.
I don't even know if he knows if he's even straight or gay.
Okay.
He gonna want to be combative. No, because I've been on more flights than you, and I know how it is. You know, like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Philip, you Philip?
What's up? You want to fight?
Philip. Stay tuned. My next guest, Philip, says when he met his boyfriend 3 years ago on Valentine's Day, he knew he found the one. But his fairy tale romance has, well, a couple of hiccups along the way, including 2 wrecked cars, several fistfights, and 1 arrest. And, get this, an assault on a police officer. But Philip doesn't want off this roller coaster ride just yet. He wants to fix his relationship, so please welcome Philip. So, Philip, why are you here today?
Because I'm trying to amend my relationship with my boyfriend, but it's just not working because, for one, he's too controlling. Everything has to be on his time. For 2, I think he's cheating. He thinks I'm cheating too as well, but I think he's more cheating, especially with like one of his friends, a female friend.
Okay.
So I don't even know if he knows if he's even straight or gay. And he also has...
So how long you been dating your boyfriend?
It'll be 3 years in February.
3 years, and you don't know if he's really gay?
Yes, like, because and he also, as far as that, is because, you know, his friend, his girlfriend,
right,
makes statements like, you know, why are you gay? You know, you should be straight, and just try to flirt with him. And, you know, he laughs it off and says, like, you know, it's not true, but who knows?
So he texts you and sends you texts under fake identity?
He's done that before, yes. A while back, I was actually doing security, and he pretended to be somebody else. And of course, temptation fell in, and I, you know, fell for it. But I didn't fall all the way for it. So he came up to my job. We were actually physically fighting outside. Yes, we were physically fighting outside at my job. And, you know, after the fight was over with, he left. Maybe about 15, 20 minutes later, he comes back and throw all my on the side of the curb. Yes.
That was 3 years ago.
So he also came to a friend's house and saying you had oral sex with his friend?
Yes, he also thinks that one of my coworkers that I worked with, that me and him had oral sex or possibly anal sex because... Because... And so, you know, I just want to clear that out to him that I never had sex with my coworker.
Okay.
Never had sex.
So he's... relationships?
But as far as our relationships, like, I just don't know because every time I ask him, like, he gets messages to his phone as far as private parts.
Okay.
I've asked him whose stuff is this? Like, is mine's not good enough for you? You know.
Does he have any pictures of your private parts on his phone?
No.
But he gets them pictures.
He gets pictures from other people's private parts. You know, and I'm like, you know, what's going on? Also,
you say he's controlling you.
He is controlling. Everything has to be on his time.
Why did all these fights end up in physical altercations?
Because it's just petty arguments. It's just petty arguments. It's him always want to be right. It's either his way or the highway. You know, I put my M on nothing because he's always right. He feels though because he's older than me that he's experienced more than me, and that's just not the case. Just because you Google some doesn't mean you know everything. Like, you know.
So what happened when he called the police?
I was intoxicated, so my best friend, she took the vehicle, she dropped me off, and took the vehicle home with her.
Right.
When I laid on the couch, I was asleep on the couch. He comes in. Next thing I know, I'm being waken up to fist fighting with him. He pulled me off the couch. He slaps me, he's hitting me. He calls the police. The police comes.
So you ended up fighting with the police officer?
Yes, and well, he said I slammed.
Robert, come on out here. I can't wait to see you. How are you?
What's up, Rob?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Robert.
So are you gay or straight? Like, what's the deal?
You know, don't we have sex?
I don't know, but you
Hold on, let's go back to the incident when you got locked up.
Sit down. Like,
sit down.
Let's talk about
I'm just saying.
Sit down.
Thank
you. So
let's talk about this.
Why do you think he's cheating on you? First of all?
No, because you're not going to play the victim about the car situation. I came home. I was intoxicated too.
Okay.
And he was intoxicated. So if you just got a brand new car, the car wasn't even 2 months. And I'm like, all right, Phil, where's the car? And he was like, I don't know, it's outside.
But if I'm drunk, you know I'm drunk. You know I'm drunk because you said it yourself.
It's a brand new
you said it yourself.
It's a brand new car.
So the car was driven by somebody else.
My best friend had the car. She made sure that the car was safe.
And she left the car over her aunt's house. I called the police to report my car stolen.
Right.
I tried to wake
But if you know,
several times.
I'm drunk. Why you ain't throw no water on me? Why you ain't throw water on me?
I'm not
why you ain't just drink?
So did the police come?
The police came. The police came, and I was calling to report my car stolen.
Right.
So when the police came through the door, Phil was like, you called the police on me.
Drunk.
I
ain't be drunk.
Let him finish.
He pushed me in front of the police.
Yeah, and they arrested
And the police witnessed that, so they separated. He's still trying to come towards me aggressively, and the police pulled him outside.
So you've been together 3 years, right?
3 years.
Why are you together?
Because I love him.
You love him?
I love him.
So when he
never had that connection with nobody else.
So you don't like him hanging around with his girlfriend, right? Is that true?
Because all of a sudden you want to keep going over there every day. What's over there every day?
Because she's my classmate. We went to school together.
Okay, so
we went to school together.
Why you keep going over there every day?
Because she asked me, just like you go over your friend's house when you come off of work. Yeah.
Every day?
Yes, every day.
So are you controlling, Robert? Are you controlling?
Yeah.
When you walked in, what was that about?
What was that about? He thought that my homeboy...
Exactly, that's what that was.
Is that true? Is that true?
Yes, I walked in. I called him several times.
Okay.
So I came to his house.
Let him finish.
I came to his house, and when he wake in his face, and he was like,
What happened in the hotel room last night?
Oh, when
checking
in the hotel lobby, we didn't even make it to the room.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my ID. I got a lot of stuff in my pocket, and he like, she said, get your ID. So I was like, I'm getting my ID, and he swang on me. He swung on me first, the aggressive.
Why are you hitting and lashing out if you're supposed to love each other?
Because it started the day we left.
Okay.
It started the day we left because I told him that previous day that I had to take care of some stuff in the morning. He wound up taking his time, as always, doing him, and I wound up missing out on my job opportunity.
Okay.
So the day of the flight, we didn't communicate at all coming out here.
Okay.
When we landed in Los Angeles, everything was fine. He asked me, "Are you better now?" I said, "Sure." When we got in the car with the driver, I told him, I said, "I think we could have just walked and we still would have made it because we had enough time because the door was still open."
Okay.
And he want to be combative.
No, because I've been on more flights than you, and I know how it is. You know, like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Philip, you believe?
What's up? You want to fight?
Philip. All right. What's that?
Because he be doing too much.
Is that your?
He be doing too much.
Like,
So what? You got so much to say.
So I suggest right now, that you break up, you go your separate ways, don't stay together. Because obviously you can't communicate.
After the break,
I don't feel like they count, man.
It don't count.
Because you the same one. You the same one that just said. You the same one. Man, you got so much to say.
So I suggest right now, that you break up, you go your separate ways, don't stay together. Because obviously you can't communicate. That is so juvenile of you to say you want to fight, you want to fight. You're inciting that.
Yeah.
So either calm down.
I am
calm down. You think, Philip, that Robert cheats on you with women too, right? He believes that you cheat on him with women. Is that true?
No.
Are you totally gay?
Yes.
You're thinking about that.
Right, see, he's thinking about it. Are you gay or straight?
Okay. We came here for answers. Stand up, both of you. Face each other. Face each other. Come over there a little bit. There you go. All right, so, well, not much I can say except I'm going to read these. So let's do Philip first. We asked Philip, did you have sexual intercourse with your co-worker while you're in a relationship with Robert? You answered no. Lie detector determined that was the truth. We asked Philip, did you have oral sex with your co-worker while in a relationship with Robert? You answered no. Lie detector determined you're telling the truth.
Yes.
Thank you. We asked Philip, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man while in a relationship with Robert? You answered yes.
Yes. And he knows.
Lie detector determined that was the truth.
Yes.
It was a confession. Okay. We asked, he knows?
Yes, he knows.
Okay.
He knows.
We asked Philip, have you had oral sex with any other man while in a relationship with Robert? You said yes. Lie detector determined that was the truth, right?
Yes, he knows that.
Is it the same person?
You already.
I don't know.
Okay. So we asked.
He knows now.
So now it's Robert's turn.
We had a threesome together. And then I give. Right, we had a. Right.
You don't need to go into details.
I ain't gonna go that far, but yeah. So he knows.
So we asked Robert. Have you had sexual intercourse with another man while in a relationship with Philip? You said no. Lie detector determined, however, that was a lie.
Really, Rob?
So we asked Robert, have you had sexual intercourse with a woman? Wow. While you've been in a relationship with Philip? Get a little closer. He answered, yes. That's a confession. Lie detector determined that he was telling the truth. You want to come clean on that one?
Why was in a relationship?
I was in a relationship.
And you ain't tell me?
One time.
Man.
I don't feel like they count, man.
Because you the same one. You the same one that just said. You the same one. Man, get the my face, yo. Bye.
Wow.
Excuse me.
So he didn't like the answers, obviously. Wow. So,
like now.
So do you like women, or I gotta ask you, do you like?
That was the one time we were sitting there talking about our relationship problems. We were drunk, and one thing led to another, and that's what happened. It was a one-time thing. It was so awkward.
Like just being honest, but you want me to be honest with you, but you can't be honest with me.
You can't be honest with me. So all has been a lie?
So he said,
But you should have told me. So the what? I just passed the lie detector test. Yeah. I just passed that lie detector test. You lied on everything.
So where does this leave this relationship? Where does this leave this relationship? Somebody make a decision.
Go ahead, make your decision.
Do you want to be together or you? Hey. You have a choice to make. You either want to be together, you don't want to be together.
If I didn't want to be with him, I wouldn't have came here.
Be with him, chase him, go and find him. You got to figure it out. Be with him or not be with him. You guys go figure it out. Create a meal. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Where you gonna go? Man, if you wanted to be with you, man, you was just, I mean, that's what told me.
I don't know what I believe in one field. I think you will.
Plenty of time and I had, but did I do not because of shit? I don't care, dog, whatever.
I mean, you don't give it his apologize for it.
I just think alone.
Still to come.
You said no. Lie detector determined that was a lie.
Are you serious right now?
Did you listen to the advice that I gave you?
Don't go away.
Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by... Welcome back. Will and Donna are on the show recently because Donna couldn't understand why her husband felt it was normal to drive 1,000 miles at a time to go visit his female best friend, while Donna stayed at home with her children. Take a look at this.
I want to know if my husband and his so-called is just friends or if something else is going on. He wants to prove me wrong, so I'm here today to find out. You should not be going over this person's house in the middle of the night. You shouldn't be picking up no CDs from nobody's house. There's too many coincidental meetings for me.
I know a lot of people don't think men and women can just be strictly friends, but we're
Y'all
strictly
too friendly.
In the time that you've been with Donna, have you ever had sexual contact, oral sex, or intercourse with your female friend? He said no. The lie detector determined he was telling the truth. We asked Will, have you ever lied to your wife, Donna, about going to for work when you were there, in fact, going to visit your female friend? You said no. Lie detector determined that was a lie.
Are you serious right now? Just distant her away. Like, I feel like you're spending too much time with her.
now that I know it's a problem, because you specifically said it today,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Welcome back, guys. Well, I have to admit, it was pretty surprising that you managed to walk out of here under your own power.
Hi.
I'm glad I got the best questions right and still confused about the one I got wrong, but we're doing very good. How are you today?
Did you listen to the advice that I gave you?
I did. I realized that I wasn't spending as much time as I could have with Will, and that's probably where part of the problem lied. So, yeah, I did buckle up and spend a lot more time. I actually got rid of that one client that he didn't like. So, you know, things are looking real good right now.
Good. So here's the million-dollar question, Will. Did you give up the friendship, or did you curve the visits to that friend?
I gave up the friendship totally. I haven't been out of the state of Texas since the show. I've taken her out on a weekend getaway, and
it's really nice.
Everything's pretty good.
So how's sex in the marriage? Is getting better?
Everything is really good. Everything's really good. Right?
So
Okay, I just want to make sure.
when he failed one of the questions on the show, how did it make you feel?
I was really pissed at first, Robert, to tell the truth. And I had to kind of pipe down because I'm a hothead, and I realized when you were telling me, well, he passed the most important question.
Were you surprised that he passed most of those questions?
Yeah.
Because you were
Yeah, I was
adamant he was
definitely-
sleeping with his friend, right?
I told her I was.
I was so shocked when he passed the questions because, like, he actually came onto the show. I was kind of like looking at him sideways the whole time because I was in the back of my mind trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do. So I'm really shocked that he passed, but I'm glad he did.
So from your time on the show to where your marriage is now, tell me the difference.
Well, we've been spending a lot of time together, which is really good because at first we were like lacking that intimacy and that communication factor in things. So now that that's back on track, oh, everything is good. We hang out, we laugh, we joke. Just, it's real good.
Back on track.
We Netflix and chill a lot, so it's okay.
So it's clear to say that Robert Irvine gave you some advice. You followed it. You are happier now than you were before you came to the show. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you listened.
I'm so excited.
Both of you.
We did.
Well, listen, I wish you continued success. Don't, Will, see any other women friends.
Don't. I won't.
Right?
I don't.
Dedicate your time to spend with each other. Communication, Donna, is key.
Yes.
If you communicate, problems get solved really quickly.
Right.
God bless you both. Take care. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Do you have an in-law who's ruining your relationship? I'd like to help. Come be a guest on my show by contacting me at therobertirvineshow.com or call me at 1-844-IRVINE1. They say you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. A child doesn't ask to be born and certainly doesn't ask to be brought into a home full of strife and violence. As parents, it's our responsibility to put our wants, our quarrels, and our selflessness aside to place our children first. They deserve no less. I want to hear from you, so go to our website, robertirvineshow.com, or visit our Robert Irvine Show social media pages. Be safe, love each other, and we'll see you next time.